I'm looking at something I've called Why Am I Afraid? Well, there are a number of things that can cause us to be fearful or afraid. And one of them is the possibility that a future or the future we imagine for ourselves might not come to pass. This takes me to a story in the Bible in 1 Samuel chapter 27, the story of David. Now, when David was younger, he had been anointed. He had the promise that he was going to be king over his nation, and I'm sure he was excited. But as he grew older, the possibility of him becoming king just grew dimmer and dimmer. He had loads of problems around that. And in 1 Samuel chapter 27, David came to the point where he was like, man, I don't think this future is going to happen. And he became afraid. So how do we deal with this sort of situation where we look forward to the future and it seems like all the things that we anticipated might not just happen? Well, there's a portion of scripture, Jeremiah chapter 29:11, one of my favorites. And that portion of scripture, God tells us that, look, I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to give you, I'm paraphrasing, hope and a future. And what that tells us is that God has a good future for us, even if we're afraid, whether we're afraid or not. He has a future that He has planned for us. Well, there's another portion of scripture, Romans chapter 8, verse 28, verse 28, I believe. And that portion of scripture says, look, all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. So what that means, if you tie that to Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, is that, look, irrespective of what is going on in your life presently, maybe not too good sometimes, it doesn't really matter, because God usually and will, if we follow His plan, makes everything work out for good, so that that future that He has imagined for us definitely will come to pass.